Today we're going to talk about the business energies with the new moon in Sagittarius on November 26, 2019. And we've got a lot to talk about. If you haven't watched my previous video on the full moon in Taurus, make sure to check it out. Because what I'm seeing, even before we get into the cards, what I'm seeing for a new moon in Sagittarius is really a continuation of what we spoke about in the full moon in Taurus. You know, having Sagittarius and Scorpio energy is really about birthing something new. It's really about bringing that idea out and sharing it. And it's the idea, it's the philosophy, it's the theory, it's whatever it is that had been hiding for you and bringing it out. And just remember, you are the messenger, right? You're the messenger for this. And while it might feel a little uncomfortable to be in the spotlight, just keep in mind, it's not about you. It's about the message. So let's jump into what is here in the cards for the business energy for this. We're trying to carry from the Sagittarius new moon into the next full moon. So let's get to it. Our first card is the Nine of Cups. So our Nine of Cups is really about the wisdom of dealing with our emotions. So one of the things I'm seeing here as an obstacle is that, like, how are we going to deal with our emotions as we're bringing forth this new thing using this new moon energy? So let's see what we can do here. Our next card here is the Nine of Wands. Okay, 2 nines, lots of wisdom here. So we've got the energy, we've got the fire to start dealing with this. It's just, do we really want to deal with this? That is the question. And we can use this fire, this wisdom of the fire to burn away the things we don't need. There might be some things that we're still burning away from the full moon cycle here. But there's a lot of wisdom here that culling, that burning away is going to really help us grow. It's going to help your business grow. It's going to help this idea really take off. So let's look at what we're going to use to overcome. And we've got the Magician. Wow. Okay, so we've got a message here. What the Magician to me is a messenger, right? The Magician is a messenger. And so our Magician has everything they need. So what do we need to overcome our obstacle? What do we need for this growth? You've got everything. The reason I could say the Magician's a messenger, the Magician is representing the zodiac by Mercury. So there's a message coming here. So let's see what that could be. Let's try to get this more in a little Sagittarius moving here. Okay, so let's get our little arrow going here. And we've got to fuel this trajectory, right? So our fuel here is the moon. Okay, so fueling this message, fueling this trajectory is the moon. That means dealing in the marketing and whatnot, dealing with the shadow side, right? So whatever is that you're bringing forward that, you know, I'm seeing even over here that it might be emotional to bring it forward. It might cause people to feel emotional. That's good because we've got to bring out their shadow side, right? And the shadow, and if you don't know, the moon is associated with Pisces, which is kind of that deep internal things that we like to hide, right? And so that's really the moon kind of illuminates some of those shadows. Sometimes in marketing, I know I like to talk about all the happy, wonderful things that my service or offering will provide for people. this is the opportunity for you to talk about some of those things that these people do not like to discuss, right? Some of those things they like to keep in the shadows. You need to bring them out of the shadows in your marketing so that they know that whatever this is that you're bringing forth, they know it's for them, right? You need to bring it out of the shadows. And so that gives us a trajectory, which is interesting. We have the trajectory of the Chariot, okay? We have the Chariot here. So with that trajectory with the Chariot, wow, okay. So let me take a look at this a little harder. We've got, I'm thinking back here with my Nine of Cups even, right? I'm thinking back here with my Nine of Cups where I talked about the fact that you needed to really deal with those emotions. And the Chariot's just reminding me that there is an integration going on here. There's an integration. You know, Chariot, you know, you can have your animals pulling you one way or the other, right? And this isn't about being pulled one way or the other. You can allow that to happen. You can allow the pendulum to swing within yourself as you're directing your business. But if you bring it together, if you integrate that masculine and feminine energy, and I think we just like to look at it that way, but I'm going to bring you back to what zodiac symbol the Chariot represents. The Chariot represents Cancer, right? That's the association. Cancer is the mom. And if you think back into that integration, the masculine, feminine, and the archetype of a mom, they're sweet, they're loving, they're caring, they're nurturing, and they're going to set some pretty firm boundaries with you as well. So they bring in both of those energies, and that's what you need to be looking at in your business as well. How are you bringing in the masculine and the feminine so that you can really flow? And this is something I talk a lot about, that you can really flow, but you have the structures to keep you in line. That is what's going to really help this new idea take off, right? Make sure that you have everything that you do. You already have everything you need. Make sure you're using everything in your disposal. Both masculine and feminine, don't swing too far one way or the other. And I'm not talking about balance, like 50-50 balance here. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about equilibrium. That equilibrium is going to be different for you than it is going to be for me. So make sure that you have that right amount, that ratio of the masculine and feminine in the right way for you in your business, so that that trajectory goes and this project, this new thing that you're birthing, can really take off. So I hope that you enjoyed this new business reading, and I'm excited because I definitely, if you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, make sure to check out that full moon reading that I just did for Taurus and the full moon, because that'll illuminate even more on what's going on now. And know that the next full moon reading is coming up as well. And to find out when it drops, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. If you'd like me to keep doing more of these, definitely give me a thumbs up. I'll do more of these kinds of readings for you, and maybe get into a few other things, a few other questions that we have as spiritual entrepreneurs, and see what we can get out of these tarot business energy readings. All right, so with that, I say peace, joy, love to you.